Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial here on That Magic Guy. I've got to warn you right from the start, this trick is one of those sneaky self-working miracles that just slaps your audience right in the face with a big wow. And then, just when they think it's all over, bam, it hits them again. It's like a magic 1-2 punch that leaves them completely floored. Most card tricks have one clear ending. You build up to it, reveal it, and you're done. But with this one, you give them a clean, solid finish, they react, maybe even start clapping. And then you hit them with an even bigger surprise. That's when they completely lose it. Oh, and quick side note before we jump in, I've just launched my brand new That Magic Guy merch website. It's packed with magic-themed clothing apparel, and I'm already working on some awesome built-in reveal designs that I'll be teaching in future video tutorials. For now, feel free to check out the link in the description, and if you liked any of the t-shirts, you can simply check out by adding your address and using any of the standard payment methods. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into a quick performance so you can see exactly what I mean. I begin by handing some cards to the spectator and saying, "Go ahead, pick any card you like, anyone at all." They have a free choice, and let's say they go for that one right there. They take a quick peek at the card, and I ask them to remember their choice. I say, all right, I'll just throw that somewhere into the middle of the deck. And I do exactly that, sliding it in somewhere around the center. No fancy shuffles, no complicated cuts. Then I tell them, here's what I want you to do. Deal a card to yourself, then deal a card into a pile right here. They deal one to themselves, one into a pile, one to themselves, one into a pile, all the way through the deck until they've gone through every single card. When that's done, I smile and say, perfect. Let's do it again. They repeat the process, one card to themselves, one to the pile, until they've gone through the cards once more. Then I make them do it one more time and they laugh because they have no idea where this is going. Then I ask them to repeat the process for the final time till they are left with one single card for themselves. Once that's done, I ask, so how lucky are you feeling right now? Well, let's see how lucky you really are. Remember that card you picked in the beginning? Look at the one right in front of you. They turn it over, and of course, it's their chosen card. They're stunned. But before they can even recover from that, I tell them, let's take this one step further. I turn over the remaining cards in the other pile and boom. The 4 aces have been sitting there the entire time, waiting for the big reveal. They're left completely speechless. Now let's get into the tutorial. This trick is incredibly fun to perform. It's self-working, so you don't need any heavy sleight of hand, but the structure gives you that double hit. First, the chosen card reveal, and then 4 aces at the end. Here's what you need. 11 completely random cards and the 4 aces. For the setup, take one of those random cards and place it second from the bottom in the group of 4 aces. Now, square them up and place the remaining random cards on top of this ace packet. That's it, you're ready to go. That one random card inside the ace group is what allows the ending to work so cleanly. When you ask your spectator to choose a card, you need to make sure they don't accidentally take one of the aces from the bottom stack. The simplest way to do this is to push off a small block of cards from the top when spreading for the selection. This subtly prevents them from touching the setup cards near the bottom. Once they've picked a card, you're going to control it so it ends up third from the bottom of the deck. The way to do this is with what I like to call the messy square up. After they remove their card, don't neatly square the deck right away. Keep the bottom two cards slightly out-jogged at the back, which allows you to insert their chosen card right above those two when you casually put it back in the middle. From their perspective, it genuinely looks like you've just put it somewhere random. In reality, it's perfectly placed for the trick. Once their card is in position, you shuffle the top two aces to the bottom. Do this casually, like it's just a normal pre-trick shuffle, and then hand the deck to your spectator. Now the magic happens in their hands. Tell them to deal one card to themselves and then one card into a pile in front of them, starting with themselves. They deal all the way through the deck, and when they're done, you have them repeat the process. Then they do it a third time, and while they think it's just some repetitive dealing exercise, it's actually setting everything up perfectly. By the end, the card in front of them will always be their chosen card. You let them turn it over and enjoy that moment of surprise. But of course, that's only the first ending. Without missing a beat, you gather the remaining cards in the other pile and turn them over to reveal all four aces. This kicker ending takes an already strong trick and turns it into a total knockout. It's also important to note that the way the trick is structured makes it seem like the two endings are unrelated, which makes it even more baffling for your audience. They think they've seen the trick's conclusion with the chosen card, and then they get blindsided by the aces. One important tip: the initial placement of their card is everything. When they choose a card, you need those bottom two cards jogged before you insert theirs. If you forget this step, the whole setup collapses. From the back view, you've got the aces and that one random card second from the bottom, all beneath the rest of the deck. You spread for the selection, keep the jog, insert their card right above those two, and you're set. The rest of the trick runs itself. This is why I love self-workers. You get to focus on presentation, interaction, and timing, instead of worrying about executing a perfect pass or palm. And that's the real secret to why this trick kills. It's all about structure. The first phase feels completely fair. They chose the card, they did all the dealing, and you barely touched the deck after the start. The second phase comes out of nowhere, and the fact that the other cards turn out to be the four aces feels like a totally separate piece of magic. The audience will inevitably connect the two phases and start wondering how both could have possibly been set up in advance. That's when you know you've got them hooked. So that's it, an easy, self-working, two-punch miracle that will leave your spectators' jaws on the floor. Go out and show it to your friends, your family, your grandkids, your coworkers, your neighbors, and even your dog, if they're into card tricks. Magic is meant to be shared. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please help the channel by hitting that like button, leaving me a comment, and subscribing so you don't miss the next one. Until then, take care, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.